So new at 9 tonight, 3 rural fire protection districts just received a 4-year grant of almost $700,000. Color 10's Francis Lynn visited the Waynesville fire station and tells us how the Staffing for Adequate Fire Emergency Response Grant, otherwise known as the SAFER grant, will maybe help attract more volunteers.
3 fire protection districts, Waynesville, Hazelgreen, and Tri-County, received a grant of $695,120.
The most important thing about this grant is it's used for departments to recruit and retain their volunteers.
Chief Douglas Urico, Assistant Chief Joseph Gerber, and Deputy Chief Russell Hobbs all say it is hard getting volunteers.
The numbers have went down tremendously over the years.
We have 100% volunteer. These are moms, dads, they have families. They have full-time jobs on top of being volunteers. So during the day, when they're at their 8 to 5 jobs, they're unable to respond.
You may get a volunteer in for a year and spend hundreds of hours training them, thousands of dollars buying them gear that fits them, and then they decide it's not for them anymore.
The departments will be using this grant to buy gear to add and retain volunteers.
We'd like to see volunteers stay 10, 20 years. So with this grant, we have money to put in a retirement program for volunteers. We have money to train volunteers. We have money to do physicals for volunteers.
We're going to be able to send our people to these larger classes that they're actually going to become state certified in.
To add an accident insurance policy to protect firefighters who may get hurt and be unable to work.
With them being volunteer and the amount they're paid is based off of their salary, they're not getting paid as a volunteer, so it's very minimal. This policy will give them additional to where they can still survive.
Which will all help the station serve their districts better.
We're hoping to raise those numbers. They're going to make responses quicker to where we'll be able to adequately serve our districts.
If you're thinking of becoming a volunteer, firefighters urge you to try it out.
When someone calls 911, it's the worst day of their life. When you can show up and you can help them and make their day better, it's a fantastic feeling.
It is going to take up a lot of your time, but the satisfaction of seeing someone on their worst day have a little bit of hope, that's why I do it.
Their goal is to recruit 15 more volunteers each department per year. Francis Lynn, Ozarks First.
And to learn more information about these fire stations and how you can become a volunteer, find this story on our Color 10 News app on your smartphone.